Yo, Tom from Toonami here. You're listening to the UGO podcast, and I hope y'all are ready, because Trailer Talk starts now.
Let's move on to our next one here. I think we'll make this one our last one.
All right, which one's this one here?
This one we'll do The Last of Us. Yeah.
Well, how fitting.
Yeah, The Last of Us. We're gonna talk about this one's gotten everyone all kind of hyped up. What has gotten everyone so up in arms about The Last of Us here, the Last of Us trailer? Well, we're going to find out right now, because we're going to
No,
get
this
that
is
one.
interesting. I've actually not watched this one before, so I'm curious.
Okay. Well, it's supposed to be a little hard to watch, but we're going to power through it. So let's give that one a watch right now. Yeah.
Messed it up.
I messed it up, yeah. Let's give that one a watch.
PlayStation.
Ding.
Trees. Oh, it's the Revenant.
Yeah, it's the Revenant. It's just a constant 5-minute sequence of trees.
People.
Nah, way more dangerous.
I mean, it looks amazing, just
It
visually.
does.
No, the graphics quality is really high in this.
That's their specialty, Naughty Dog. They just have the best game engine, I feel.
Well, the thing is about it is that, like, with any other game, I'd be like, oh, this is a cutscene. But the cutscenes always look almost as good as the actual gameplay does.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've kind of gotten away from that whole cutscene being a different thing nowadays. Hey.
Hey, person I don't know.
Don't look very good, though. Could have used better days.
You're not Ellie or Joel. Why am I watching you?
Yeah, that's why.
Remember this game was about mutant fungus monsters?
Yeah, but then it's also about how people are way more horrible than that.
Like every zombie stuff.
Pretty much. Okay.
Where's the game where people work together in the apocalypse, you know?
Just I don't think that would hold a great narrative there.
No.
It's possible. Isn't the end of the world enough of a conflict?
With sin.
If you ever met a person,
I have.
Free them.
then you know the answer's no.
Oh, so now it's that scene from It.
Oh, she said something about sin. You know, these religious people in the apocalypse.
As a religious person, I could...
Sorry, but if the apocalypse happened, I'm not coming for you, Justin. I just assume you go nuts like all these other religious people.
Hey man, the Mormons have their stuff together, I'm just saying.
Yara.
I think we'd survive better than a lot of people.
Where is the other apostate? Clip her wings.
You mean her legs? What is going on there?
I think you said her wings.
Ah.
Nice. Oh!
Oh.
Ooh!
Son of a bitch!
Jeez.
This has all been one unbroken sequence, too. No
Yeah.
Nice.
Sucks to be you.
Thanks for giving me leverage.
Fuck. I loved it. I was like, what's she looking at? And then suddenly, bam! Oh, she was trying to avoid that hammer coming to her face.
Oh!
And now she's
Oh, boy.
dying.
Alright, anyhow.
Okay, so seriously, people are freaking out over this?
Any minute now.
Well, this is
Come on,
pretty
man.
dark and morbid.
Cut her down?
Anytime.
No?
It's not like I saved her life or anything.
Cut her down.
Yes, do that.
Oh, that's
She's
right, I
one
should
of
do that.
them. Lev.
I mean, I do appreciate that it's new characters they're highlighting here.
Well, there's a running theory of who these characters actually are, or one of these characters actually is.
We'll have to talk about
Dude,
that
she
then.
is ripped.
She's pretty dark.
Oh, yeah. She's like Sarah Connor from Terminator 2.
That's I was trying to think of who she reminds me of, and that's totally it. All she needs to do is, like, fucking push-ups in a mental hospital. Hey, how's the knee?
How's the arm?
Watch your backs.
Well, hey, Laura Bailey.
Oh, is that Laura
You
Bailey?
were going to be involved in this series eventually. It's a video game.
It's in her contract.
Woo!
Is Laura Bailey the new, what's his name? Nolan North?
She's the female Nolan North. I mean, I always thought Jennifer Hale was the female Nolan North, but now I'm thinking Laura Bailey is making a run for the throne.
She might
Actually,
be.
you know what? She's the new, what's his name? The guy who plays Batman in Telltale.
Oh, Troy Baker.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. No, Jennifer Hale and Nolan North are the old generation. The new generation is Troy Baker.
Troy Baker and Laura Bailey.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be onto something here.
Ah.
So yeah, people, I guess, were a little concerned about the violence towards women in this trailer because a
Oh
woman got
no,
her
there's
arm
violence
busted.
against women in an apocalypse story where they're the only characters on screen.
And I mean, I don't mean to belittle violence towards women, but I'm like,
No.
have you played Last of Us before? No one gets out clean.
No.
In fact, no one gets out clean out of this trailer. The dudes that are doing the clipping get brutally murdered.
Yeah.
Get arrows to the face.
And
Well,
throats.
it's the problem that we have in our attempts to be progressive with showing female characters. On the one hand, we want to show strong female characters, but on the other hand, we don't want anything bad to happen to them. It's such a fan fiction level writer kind of thing where it's like, I want my character to be super strong, super smart, capable of everything, and nobody can ever get them down. It's like,
Look,
that's not how narratives work.
part of making characters is the fact that they are fallible and bad stuff happens to them. That is how
Yeah.
a story works. So, look, I'm just impressed that out of the three main the three new people we see, I think they're all women. That person that came out of the
short-haired
wood-
person?
Yeah, the archer. I thought I couldn't tell. They were a little ambiguous to me. I'm like, is that a girl? Is that a boy? I think the actress, the actress playing that
Oh,
character.
that was a girl?
I'm pretty sure that
I think
was a
it
girl.
might have been.
I couldn't quite tell.
Or it was just a young boy, maybe?
Maybe I'm getting the actresses mixed up because actresses do play young boys sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
It's hard to tell.
Okay, I can't. We'll say at least 2 out of the 3 are women. Then.
No, that's a dude. It's Ian Alexander, I think, is the guy I'm looking at here.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's just a higher voice playing younger. Okay. So I messed that one up. Okay. So 2 out of 3 are the main characters. It looks like Laura Bailey is going to be kind of the main one to be concerned about here. Now
It
people are
sounds like it might be a co-lead thing. It almost seems like because she's listed next to Ashley Johnson as Ellie. So
yes. And I think there's a reason for that. So there's a new female character that we get names for the other 2. We don't get a name for her.
we do.
It's kind of a mystery. I think there's a rumor of what her name is.
Oh, well, she's listed as Anna in the IMDb page.
Oh, is she listed in the IMDb as Anna?
Yes.
Okay.
For Laura Bailey.
Well, the Twitter had the announcement of their names, but they blocked off her name with 4 letters. And I think the common wisdom is that, this is Anna, and Ellie's mom's name was Anna. So the common theory is that this is Ellie's mom, either in a flashback or that she never actually died in childbirth, like the game led us to believe.
That could be really cool, actually.
I think that's kind of awesome either way. I actually like the idea of a flashback before shit got really, really bad at the, the military outpost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And her work with the Fireflies. I kind of like that idea. Or the fact that maybe she's trying to work her way oh shit, I finally found my daughter who is still alive, or something like that, and they have to cross paths now that, that Ellie has her new dad with Joel and Anna could have a conflict. That could be pretty
Trying
interesting.
to take my daughter away from me.
I don't know. And as far as the looks of the trailer looks good.
Just the facial animations alone are amazing in this. Just so much they can do with muscle and texture, and the way water glistens off of it. It never ceases to amaze me what Naughty Dog can do with this stuff.
Well, the facial acting is getting so good that when the girl is getting strangled by maybe Anna, she's looking over in the other direction off screen, and I'm like, what is she looking at so intently? And then a hammer comes to her face.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, she's concerned about the hammer coming to her face.
As you should.
So, and I can get that from the character model's performance because of, I would assume, the motion capture they did and the facial animation, the dots and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like this is Naughty Dog's new niche, is to make really intricate stories and really pump up the animation and really focus on the character work of the stories.
Yeah, they're becoming more and more character driven storylines. Which they've always had character in their games, but in the these recent generations, they're really about tight groups of characters with very focused, intimate plot lines.
I think that's a very smart marketing strategy too, because with stories like this, like Uncharted is just their version of Tomb Raider.
Don't spoil 4. I've not played 4 yet, so
yeah. Well, Uncharted, this whole series is basically their version of Tomb Raider or
Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Last of Us is a typical zombie apocalypse story. There's nothing really special about the setting that they're in, but what really makes it stand out is that they really take time to develop. Like, people know who Nathan Drake is.
Right.
People know who Joel and Ellie are. Like, Naughty Dog characters. You know who they are. You can market them. You can put Nathan Drake's face on a lunchbox.
You can make a prequel movie with Tom Holland in it.
Which I hope they don't do. But
No, it's happening. It's happening. So.
Damn it. Is it happening like the Mark Wahlberg and Robert De Niro one? Or
No, that one got scrapped. They redid that one, and now it's a prequel movie with Tom Holland as young Nathan Drake.
Okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
And you'll see it within the next year or two. So
Next year?
Well,
They're rushing that shit?
Well, at some point. It's Sean Levy's directing it from Stranger Things, of all people. So
okay, just they don't want, they're mad about Tomb Raider beating them again to the punch. Yeah, as far as the whole controversy over like women are being shown getting hurt, like, yeah, they're also showing getting out of their scenario, escaping and
brutally murdering people,
brutally solving their own problem. Like,
yeah, no, that's the thing. Again, people want strong female characters, but they don't want harm to cause them. It's like, well, I don't want to gratify the violence against women. But it's okay if you have violence against men, and if you really want men and women characters to be seen as equals, you have to put them in similar situations. So if you're going to have a brutal, horrible, nasty violence sequence against a man, if it was a woman and it just so happened the scene worked out that way, it's just what it is.
When I first heard the controversy and I watched the trailer, I thought like, oh, one of them's going to get raped or something. Like, that's what I normally assume is that's the thing. And just, I mean, yeah, the arm thing is brutal. Don't get me wrong.
It's hard to watch, actually.
It's fucked up. But that's the thing that happens in The Last of Us. It happens to children in The Last of Us. No one's really sacred. Like,
yeah. Also, what's her name? Ellie gets chased around by a crazy killer cannibal rapist at one point, and she gets messed up by him a little bit before she finally kills him. So
yeah, that was dark. That was a good. Yeah. That was a good segment, though.
Right.
I like that segment.
And I mean, if you're gonna have
take that, Nolan North,
you son of a bitch.
And like, if you're gonna have women not get hurt in the apocalypse, you're just not going to have women.
Yeah,
well, I like Naughty Dog has the balls to do that. They're not afraid to, kowtow to the fans, just saying like, oh, we can't let these characters ever have anything bad happen. Just like, no, this is part of our story. It's true to the nature of the apocalypse genre.
Spoiler alert to the beginning of Last of Us Part 1. Joel's daughter doesn't have a great time. Like,
that one is just a trope. You know what I mean? Like, kids dying kind of thing. Like, that one is not so impactful because it's just such a used thing in all apocalypse stories, or even just action stories in general,
Well, yeah, but I mean, not many people show it on screen as like how intense that is too. Like, Naughty Dog has been forthcoming about like, this is a dark fucking universe. This is a dark story that we're telling. If you're not on board for that, you don't have to buy it. It's fine. Like, it's not everyone's, and I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Last of Us is very dark and intense, and if you were not up with basically being the villain of a fucking piece of murdering people pretty grotesquely, it's not probably for you.
Yeah, I think they're just being hypersensitive. I mean, look, like I said, I don't want to revel in violence for any person. I find gratuitous violence to be bad no matter who the gender of the character is,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's why I don't watch Saw movies, because men or women, torture porn is torture porn, and I can only take it so much from like, okay, it's cruel and unusual punishment for the audience itself. But if it's meant for a purpose, like, yeah, this is a story about brutal people and brutal realities, then so be it. That's just how storytelling works,
Yeah. I mean, I like the the racial. One of the characters is obviously Asian of some sort of
two of
descent.
them.
I mean, yeah, both of them. I'm assuming they're brother and sister. I don't know. That's what I'm getting off of them. But
I guess,
who knows? We know nothing about these fucking people.
Nope.
That's
Just
cool.
what you see, what you got.
That's cool. We don't get a lot of that representation either. I'm interested to see how these two stories interconnect with each other. I'm really looking forward to that. Last of Us was a really fun game that you never got a chance to play it, right?
I watched you play
you
most
just
of
watched
it.
me play most of it.
I think it's a pretty good game. I mean, I think it may have been a little overhyped of being game of the year kind of thing, but I think it's it was also competing against a bunch of other high profile games that year. So it's it's 6 of one, half dozen the other kind of thing.
Yeah, there was a good year for video games that The Last of Us actually came out in, which I think was 2013. I want
Yeah, because that was BioShock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto, and Last of Us came out the same year. So.
And Mass Effect Citadel DLC, if I remember correctly.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah.
Which it was a good year for games, guys.
Yeah, saving a dying franchise. 3 big franchise releases.
Dude, wasn't that The Walking Dead, or am I remembering that wrong? Was the first episode
Walking
of
Dead
Walking
was the year
Dead?
before.
Year before. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also a great father-daughter sort of relationship story with a zombie apocalypse. It was a good year for with BioShock, Walking Dead, and Last of Us. We had a whole daddy issues couple of years there.
That would be lack of daddy issues?
Oh, everyone's got daddy issues. There ain't no lack of daddy issues anywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, we didn't get to see any gameplay in this, but it's still a cool lead in into what the game would be, because I think. For what it seems like, the gameplay will probably not what changed a whole lot from the first game.
Well, I always like to think for video games like this, narrative trailers are always not as big a deal for me, because I'm like, oh, well, the story is a very important element for this, so I'm actually interested in what's going on and the tease of this. If it was like, what do I want to say, Destiny or something, I would go like, oh, well, this will never come into focus within the story anyway, so why am I watching a little movie here that will never come into the story? Like, it
Bot is not going to sell this game.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And if you're interested in checking out some of our other content, why not check out the UGO podcast on iTunes or at our webpage, unapologeticgeekout.com. And again, thanks for watching.